What's good, y'all? Happy Friday. West Coast Bets here with another live stream. What's good, legit? Good to see some of y'all in here. I should be live on my X and YouTube pages, um, and the EV Betters X and Twitch pages. So feel free to jump in and throw anything in the chat. I should be able to see all the chats. Heads up for anyone watching on YouTube. YouTube streams have been weird recently. They've been pulling my stream midstream and flagging it or something. So if it gets shut down over there, just feel free to join in on X. But should be some good games today. We got play-in, last day of play-ins, bunch of baseball, a bunch of hockey. I don't have much time today. I don't think I could do the full hour, so I'll probably just speed run a bunch of the DFS promos, sharp money plays, prediction trader tool. Yeah, we'll hit all the prize picks. What else we got? Pick six, better sleeper. Should have some good promos, so we'll get into it. Let me see if we got any straight bets to take. This Brandon Miller play on Bet 105. $500 worth of liquidity, slightly cross market, but we're not really beating FanDuel. So I'm going to skip this one. LaMelo Ball, I actually took this play already, so this one's a little different. There was more liquidity showing up here earlier, but even though right now it's not a lot, the FanDuel line is minus 154 for LaMelo under 24.5. So I took this play on Prop Builder. Donovan Clingan just showed up. Seems like we could take some plays on Sleeper, but Donovan Clingan, if there was more liquidity here, I would probably take it. We're also not beating DraftKings Fanatic, so we'll skip that. Seems like we could go to DFS. I don't have Bovada. I'll take a look at the Insider tool for you though. Insider tool did have some good plays today. So they had the Warriors, who I did take on Polymarket at this price. This is a new one. UFC for tomorrow. Mandel, Nalo. What's his nickname? He has a cool nickname. I'll probably end up taking this. I have some funds in Polymarket now. Over 2.5 rounds. Looks pretty good. Rockets spread for tomorrow. Lakers are absolutely injured, so this kind of makes sense with what I was thinking too. T-Wolves spread, backdoor cover tomorrow. These all look good. So on the Insider Traders tool, OddsJam tightened up the algo, so we're not really seeing a bunch more plays that are all above 90 or 95, 100. They've tightened up the algo, so I do have more confidence in trusting these numbers moving forward. In the last 2 or 3 days, I've had better success. So even though I haven't added more money to Polymarket like I've been mentioning, I've still been able to take more of these plays. But seems like we got a lot of value here. Yeah, all of a sudden, I mean, an hour or two ago, it wasn't. But now we're seeing more stuff. Anyways, we'll get into some DFS. Like I said, I'm going to try to speed run through a lot of these because I don't have much time and there are a lot of promos. I'll always start with Sleeper because it's always hardest to find plays for Sleeper. Ryan Kalkbrenner under 3.5 rebounds. We'll pair that with, we got Paolo and Glasnow. 30% boost. Let's see what else we got actually. decent amount of baseball. So we have that 30% boost. With this Paolo discount, let's just go with the top play here, Martin Perez. It's kind of juiced, but over 14 and a half outs, that's like a key number. 14 and a half outs. That means he'd have to complete 5 innings versus like going slightly into like the 6th inning for like 1 out, which is slightly less likely. So Martin Perez over 14 and a half outs with Paolo. That'll be the first play here. Yeah, we'll hit the Prize Picks Flex Friday boost for sure. Basically, all the apps here: Pick Six, Prize Picks, Sleeper, Better, Underdog, maybe Chalkboard, maybe Boom. We'll hit all the promos there. Do I do any home run long shots? No, I don't. If I had FanDuel, I probably would, but no FanDuel, so. Diabate is currently questionable. Gonna wait on that news until I take Kalkbrenner under. That's fair. You know, there aren't a lot of lines to base this off of, but, you know, I'm going with the liquidity here and just, you know, going with the system. I'm going to assume the market knows all right here, but we'll do this 30% NBA boost because I see a couple NBA plays, starting with Kalkbrenner. Under 3.5 rebounds. We'll go Steph Curry. Under 27.5 points. And we'll add in Jalen Green. Under 1.5 stocks, steals and blocks. Yep. So we'll run that with the 30% NBA boost. We've hit on a decent amount of these in the past, but it's been a little bit of time since we've hit one on Sleeper. So fingers crossed. How do you build a bankroll? Just ARB? I mean, Martellius, it's a good question. It's all about scaling, you know, like say you're starting out with a small bankroll, you're going to want to just compound as much as possible. You know, ARBs obviously is the easiest way to do it, but if you are wanting to get a little bit more aggressive, then, you know, EV betting or DFS promos or regular promo churning is fine too. There's a lot of profitable sports betting strategies that I talk about on my channels. Really, all of them are solid strategies to build a bankroll. I started with promo conversions and then went to DFS and then went to ARBs and then went to Sharp Money. But as long as you start somewhere and then build from there, that's just kind of what I'd say. We got Sleeper. There's another Glasnow play here for strikeouts. Oh, Wendell Carter over 3s. This play actually had a lot of liquidity popping up. But I did take this as a straight bet. It does work here, though, so we'll go with Wendell Carter. This had like $1,000 of liquidity earlier. So Wendell Carter over 3s with Glasnow strikeouts. Green bumped. I mean, you could still run the other 2 picks with that 30% boost. Pretty sure. All right, Sleeper. Links are shared there. 40% boost for MLB, but I don't really see any MLB plays to take, so we'll try to circle back to this 40% boost. There's a free square on, or free pick on CS2 and NBA, but we could also use those later. So I'm going to go with, I know you guys are asking for Prize Picks. I'm seeing better value for better real quick. So let's just try to hit one of these promos. So LeBron, there's actually a free square, but I played this yesterday, so make sure you guys play this before tomorrow. But I'm gonna roll with this Desmond Bain discount. We'll go. Did I already take Porzingis though? No. We could go Porzingis under 17 and a half points and Anthony Black under 10 and a half. We could use that on Prize Picks too though. This looks fine here. We'll add in Bubba Chandler, and then I'll go to Prize Picks. So first promo on better. We're just jumping around basically on where I'm seeing the best value, and then top down from there. What's your opinion on better? I've been having terrible luck since I started on the app, and I believe it's one of my worst DFS apps. I mean, better. They're all solid for me. At the end of the day, they're all. It's all EV stuff. You know, just because you're not having success on one app and you are on the other, if you're just EV betting, it's you shouldn't really distinguish it that way, in my opinion. Like, it's just reading the market, and it might just be variance on better, but as long as you're like still doing EV bets, it's it's just math at the end of the day. I personally like better. I like all the apps that have promos. I will use all of them, even if I've been down. I think like literally the last year for the calendar year, I was down on Prize Picks, but I still kept hitting them. You just want to play the promos. You just want to do the EV at the end of the day. I have Porzingis under 17 and a half points, but over 1.5 threes. He'd be slinging those threes, so never know. We'll go 40% boost. Make sure you guys opt in. Anthony Black. I took this as a straight bet already. Damn. I guess I'm personally double dipping. It does look good against the market. So yeah, we'll try to get 6 picks here. I like to do like a big fat slip on these profit boost plays. Kind of adds to the variance, but it's fun to do. So Anthony Black under 10.5 points. This Aaron Gordon play, not a lot of liquidity and not very EV to market. So we'll skip that for now. And we'll go to Prize Picks on the DFS optimizer. So pitcher fantasy score. So I don't like taking these on underdog, but I don't actually mind taking them on Prize Picks. Pitcher fantasy score. So I'm gonna actually zoom out. Hopefully you guys could still see the screen. This line for Foggers DFS is kind of all over the place. The sleeper line is 24.5, but favorite to the over, but it's really just a half kill discount against 2 other books, so I'll skip that. Kind of the same thing with this one too. The Steph Curry assist line, I don't like that FanDuel's at 5.5, even though it's favored to the under. So I will skip that as well. Seems like a lot of esports, but like it's 1 kill value basically. It's nothing crazy. Let me add in this Aaron Savali. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Savali under 4.5 strikeouts. This is minus 144 on FanDuel. they knew we were going to add him on. So that's 3 picks. Try to get 3 more. Draymond, under points, rebounds, assists. Points, rebounds, assists. This already got bumped. We wanted the 21.5, and it's already at 20.5. We'll just refresh. I mean, LaMelo under 7.5 assists is good against FanDuel, kind of against Prop Builder, kind of against Pinnacle. Nothing else too crazy against FanDuel. This Brandon Williamson play doesn't look too bad, except it's just plus money for the 3.5 side. We'll probably just add in these esports plays because some of them aren't too bad. We'll go to CS2. We'll add Vinny under 29.5 kills. 2 books are at 28.5, and another one's at minus 161 on this. Let's add Max off under 28.5 kills, 27.5 on underdog, minus 154 on sleeper, and we'll try to find one more pick here. I guess we could add LaMelo. This isn't too bad against FanDuel. LaMelo under 7.5 assists. No bumps, 40% boost. Looks good. I'll try to share the links. I'm not sure if the links go through for Prize Picks. I'll copy link. I just sent it in there. Forgot about the YouTube. It's gone through on the YouTube as well. Cool. Pick 6? Yeah, we could hit pick 6. All right. Just wanted to tweet that play out because it's a nice little 6-man long shot that we could ride. Anthony Black looks good still. LaMelo's a discount, right? Ooh, there's 4 discounts. It's not bad. All right, we could hit a bunch of pick 6 plays. I guess there's... Oh, is there a free square too? Ooh, there's a LeBron free square. Oh, okay, I see. So for these, discounts, we can only pair them with players playing today, which is kind of annoying. Damn, Devin Booker sold us by 1 point last time. I feel like he's not going to let us down again. Let's do Devin Booker first. I'm not sure we'll be able to hit all of these, but let's give it a shot. A lot of these are for Saturday. All right, let's start with Horford. Pretty sure I saw liquidity coming in on Horford's under threes in the morning. Yeah, I did take this as a straight bet. Minus 116. So it looks like market is moving to the under, but pick six is stale. Anything else for Friday? Under points, rebounds, assists for Booker. Franz Wagner. We'll add Wagner here, and we'll send this off as a 3-man. Under 25.5 points, rebounds, assists. Then we'll see if we could probably hit another discount. One with Booker under points, rebounds, assists because it is EV. And then probably add Royce O'Neal and Kobe White. All right. Links are shared. Next discount. Let's do LaMelo. We already did. There's already like other discounts for Paolo on other apps. Might want to do that one last. So LaMelo, and I do have LaMelo under 24.5 points off the Sharp Money tool. So I have a potential middle here. Let's go LaMelo over points. And where's Booker? Booker under 39.5 points, rebounds, assists. Anything else? Royce O'Neal is on the same team as Booker. That is positive correlation for an over and an under points, rebounds, assists. We can't do a 3-man though. Oh, Kobe White looks good here. LaMelo again. Porzingis. Oh, okay. We'll do Porzingis. I'm going to save Royce O'Neal for... Actually, I think that 0.1 difference is not too bad. So let me add Booker again. And we'll add Porzingis. So legit, if you're still watching, we are also on Porzingis over 1.5 threes. No payout shift. That's good. So we got a little positive correlation there too without a payout shift. Over on Royce O'Neal, points, rebounds, assists, and under for Booker. Yeah, sent the link. I don't know if it goes through. I just sent it. Hopefully it went through for y'all. If it doesn't, if someone's watching on the Twitch stream and could share the link, that'd be appreciated. So I think there was enough value to hit one more play. I guess we could roll with Paolo. It looks like it's slightly better EV than the Curry play. Might have to just run a 2-man if there's not enough value, but we'll see. All right, Aiden, thank you for sharing the link. France. Oh, Con Knuppel. Over 21.5 points plus rebounds. That's a good play. LaMelo. Points plus rebounds. I'm already on a LaMelo under, so I'm not going to double dip it here. We took Porzingis. The rest of these are just okay. I'm going to actually send this off as a 2-man. Because we can't run another 3 or 4-man. We would need 5 total picks. Kind of ridiculous for today. So we'll just run that. I'm also hit that LeBron free square with picks for tomorrow. All right, so links are shared there. We'll do that LeBron free square. What kind of cards are in my background? It's a bunch of just random sports cards, few Pokemon cards, but mainly just a bunch of random stuff I've bought over the years. A little PC collection behind me. All right, LeBron free square. We'll do this LeBron free square and then I'll go to the other apps. Marcus Smart. Wow, this is so off on pick 6 here. Marcus Smart under 19.5 points, rebounds, assists. We need one more pick for this. RJ Barrett looks good. RJ Barrett over 27.5 points, rebounds, assists. There's a slight payout shift here. Debating if I want to. So I'm sharing the links. I guess they don't go through for Twitch. If someone could share them, that'd be nice. We'll actually take that out. I don't want a payout shift here. If I'm just running a 3-man and one of them's a free square, there's no reason to have a payout shift. So we'll go Aaron Gordon under 24.5 points, rebounds, assists. So use that LeBron free square. Anthony Edwards card investment is plus EV. What's the most expensive? Most expensive. I have like this Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, like triple patch of jerseys from like their college days. I bought it off my homie with the intent to sell. I've literally never sold a single card. I really should sell that one though, because it's probably like $400. I don't have anything too crazy though. So I got a couple underdog shout outs. We'll hit underdog. Logan Webb. See, like the underdog fantasy scores, they're a little bit tighter. On Prize Picks, we got this at like 34.5. So yeah, that's kind of why I don't like taking them on underdog. We'll start with Donovan Mitchell. And let me know if there's any promos or discounts for underdog. I am limited, so I don't get any of those. But Donovan Mitchell. The esports plays, I'm not very confident in, except maybe this one. Underdog value's kind of mid right now. I'll add this one esports guy because it still works. Max off. Did we take this guy already? Did we take him on Prize Picks? Yeah, we did. Under 28.5. 1 and 2 kills. And here we want the over headshots. I think that's still okay. If it's telling us it's EV. I've played stuff like this in the past and it hasn't been too bad. All right, never mind. They just pulled that max off guy's line. Oh, Con Knuppel. Okay, we just took his 21.5 on pick 6. Let's take his under 22.5 points plus rebounds and hope for a middle here. MLB promo on Underdog. Is it like 3-man or something? Is esports really profitable on these DFS sites? I feel like I've been really hot with them. Honestly, yes, because the discrepancies that pop up for esports are pretty significant a lot of times. So you'll get like a lot of crazy EV popping up between a lot of these DFS apps, and you'll also have like nice middle opportunities like we just got right now. I think if I remember right, the last 2 summers, like there's just more esports action in general. So like literally the entire board will be filled with esports plays. So yeah, ton of value. Definitely something to attack during the summer. I'm not sure there's enough value for a 3-man baseball. Yeah, nothing really. Devigging to FanDuel and Pinnacle, I literally don't see anything. Yeah, nothing strong at all. I mean, if you really want to use the boost, I don't know what the boost is. If it's like 30% or better, it's low key fine to just take like the top 3 plays on the board or something. But since I don't have a boost, it wouldn't really be EV for me. I'll just leave that up for you if you want. The only things we have left are better. I think Sleeper has MLB. Yeah, we have an MLB boost there. Okay, Sharp Money Tool has a couple plays. Let's go Miles Bridges under Miles Bridges? Yeah, Miles under 15.5 points. And Landry Shamet over 4.5 points. So I think I'm sharing Underdog links, but feel free to use someone else's link that has like the squad boost or whatever. So that's good there. This Aaron Gordon play, again, not a lot of liquidity, not EV to market at all. Yeah, the rest of these plays are pretty mid. So yeah, we're probably good. Oh, Towns. It's minus 108. Okay, actually, we'll do one more. Towns and Scoot look okay. 1 point discounts to FanDuel. So Cat over 35.5 points, rebounds, assists, and Scoot under 15.5. Both 1 point discounts. That's the best value on the board for Underdog. So we'll move on. See if we could find anything else on Sleeper. Sleeper's just a bunch of NBA, really. So can't really use this 40% boost. I think that just leaves us with better. Better usually has a ton of value. Reed Shepherd under 12.5 points. Small amount of liquidity, but it is slightly cross market, and FanDuel's at minus 138. So we'll do this Steph Curry discount with Reed Shepherd under 12.5 points. We'll try to find one more. Yeah, a lot of good value on Sleeper. So we went Steph, Reed Shepherd, devigging to FanDuel, and then Pinnacle. VJ Edgecombe looks good here. Edgecombe under 10.5 rebounds plus assists. So that's the next discount. Use Sleeper profit boosts. I only have the MLB one left. I already used the other ones. Someone on Novig put 2.2K on Jansen Junk, 16.5 player outs. So I took the under on better. I probably missed that. Draymond under 6.5 assists. I'm just seeing this on the Sharp Money tool on Bet 105. Not very cross market, but it's a decent amount of liquidity. And it seems like all the other books are at minus 140-ish. So, oof. But, I won't take this anymore. It's at minus 136 on Bet 105, so I won't take that. And then this Ahmed Rosario hits play. We're technically not getting the best price on market. FanDuel, you could get minus 145. Same thing on DraftKings. So I'm not going to take that. Nothing else here. So let's try to hit this 20% profit boost on better. We'll basically just take all the value on the board and make one giant slip, like we usually do during streams. So Julius Randle over 30.5 points, rebounds, assists. Tamani Kamara under 19.5 points, rebounds, assists. Seems kind of low. I thought he was hooping. Curry over assists, decent on FanDuel, not great on Pinnacle. Tim Hardaway Jr. over 10.5 points. Poeltl, not good against FanDuel at all, but seems like it's decent against market. Not really strong books. We'll try to skip that for now. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Under 21.5 points. Maxey. Oh, wow. Davis Martin. Is this who you're talking about? No, Jansen Junk. This line's kind of all over the place. But man, Fliff. Pinnacle. Okay, so Pinnacle, more importantly, is at minus 146. I think we could take this. So we'll go Maxey. Maxey over 29.5 points plus rebounds. And last play, We'll go Davis Martin under 16.5 outs. Yep, 6 picks. Flex, 20% boost. All right, so we're good with better. I think we hit basically everything. I think Boom has a discount, actually. Boost has a referral bonus. That's whatever. That doesn't help anyone. $25% boost. Nah, nothing crazy on Boom today. Chalkboard I had already looked at. So last thing, I'll just look at Sleeper again and do a last end of stream scan of everything. Probably be the same-ish plays over here. Okay, I guess we got 2 plays now, but not strong plays at all. I mean, I guess if we use the 40% boost, it becomes okay. Yeah, why not? We've had success doing this exact same thing. So, Jonathan Arenado over walks. Is that this? Pretty sure that's walks. And then Muncy under hits. Dang. Wait. Forgot there's 2 Max Muncies. Under hits. Wow, so 2 kind of juiced plays with the 40% boost. I'll just run this for $10. So now we got that one in. All right, so all the promos are done. I'll just do a quick last second scan of any straight bets we could take and call it a stream there. Draymond line is stale, nothing else. I mean, Jabari Smith, if there was more liquidity on this, or if I maybe noticed like more liquidity earlier in the day, I'd probably take it because it does seem like it's the best price on market and it's cross market to the liquidity. It's interesting that there's no FanDuel or DraftKings or other lines. I guess all the books are at 14. So, you know what? 13. Yeah, literally almost every book is at 14. So I'm going to actually take that and see how it goes. Jabari Smith over 13.5 points on Prop Builder. 1 point discount with cross market liquidity to back it up. Jabari, did it get pulled already, bro? It may have got pulled. Jabari Smith. 14 and yeah, it got updated. All right, can't take that. If you guys have books that you could arb with, there's been a ton of action I've noticed. All right, cool. I'll call it a stream here. Solid run. Got in all the DFS promos and I think a sharp money bet or two within like 45 minutes. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys need access to any of the tools I'm using for OddsJam, use my code West Coast Bets for a 7-day free trial plus 35% off your first month. Good luck if you're tailing any bets. I might be on stream tomorrow, but definitely not Sunday. And next week, actually, like Monday through maybe Wednesday, I'll probably be out of town. Not like out of town, but like in LA, not at home. So I'm not sure I'll stream. So I'll catch you guys when I can.